Good morning, everyone. I am ready. I'll tell you what I'm really ready for today. Uh, I'm really ready for end of school year vacation, which is going to begin as soon as I'm done with this webinar. So have a great weekend, everybody. We'll see you in a week. Just kidding. I do have a webinar ready to go today, but I'm headed out. We're taking an end of school year trip. So it's good to see everybody. I am live in here. It is June 5th, and we are going to separate hype from hot today. They might be the same thing, but we're going to just talk about some technologies that have really gotten some big upgrades lately, like really big upgrades lately. We're just going to go through those. Let me give you a quick teaser of the next couple weeks. So I am going to be out of town. So here's what I did for you, because I love you and I love people like Avanice and Dee and my people that show up every week, right? Here's what I did. I came back to my office last night after my daughter went to bed. It's about 8:30 last night. I came back in the office and I sat down right where I'm sitting right now, and I pulled up my notes for next Friday, June 12th, and I recorded next Friday's webinar. So it is done. It is scheduled. It is ready to go out. You will not see me live next Friday, but you will see a new webinar, new content, as I promised, right? So the streak will continue. I haven't missed a week yet. There are going to be weeks I'm not going to be able to do webinars. I tell you that now. There will be weeks. I know I don't think we're going to do a Black Friday webinar. I can tell you that ahead of time. But you know what? I think just bringing us together every week just to talk about what's going on, what's new, learning new things is critical, right? We need to stay up on this. We need to start implementing. We need to start using. And so sometimes I feel like I go back and I talk about the same technologies over and over again, but it's important. It's the technologies that we are using in our business and in our day-to-day, and maybe just hearing it that second or third time or looking at it from a different angle helps you to really capture how this works in your business, right? And so one of the things that we are trying to do is, and I'm going to take that. Yeah, it's reinforcement. Thank you, Avanice. That's awesome. Yeah, absolutely. One of the things I'm going to do is I'm going to take the feel free to ask questions by commenting, scrolling banner off the top, because it's distracting me. I just put it on there because I could. It used to be that you could only put it on the bottom. And, I want to, I'm really excited. One of the things, we have this Facebook group, right? We've been driving everybody to this Facebook group, Jay, the AI guy. And I kudos, like Avanice, D, you guys are awesome. Posting in that group, reacting, like very active members of the group. We have a platform called JourneyBuilder. If you want to try it for 30 days, there's my pitch right there. It's scan that QR code, go get yourself a 30-day free trial, and you'll be blown away at what you can do inside the platform. But one of the things that we have inside of our platform is the ability to create membership and community sites. And we can go live, and we can do meetings, and we can build courses, and we can do a lot of things in there. And so this morning, RC and I were working on building out the Jay the AI Guy community inside of our own platform. And we're going to be introducing that to you starting today, but over the next several weeks. And we want to start moving people into that community. Here's why. If you have a community on Facebook, you know that if Facebook decides to shut it down at any time for any reason, you lose your community. I want to own the community. I want to have the community where I'm in control. Nobody's going to shut me down. And not that I think we're doing anything to get shut down, but you never know what could happen, right? And Facebook something could happen. So yeah, so we have and we can go live in the community, and we can do video chats, and we can do like Google Meet style chats. There's a very Zoom-like setting inside there. We tested it this morning, and we can bring it on. It's interactive. It's just like a Zoom call, but it's all recorded and it stays and it gets housed. So any meetings we do, they're all in there. It's free to join. We will probably put the link. It's in the PDF today. So RC will be dropping some links as we go today. Anyway, I don't anticipate this webinar to be super long today. There's not going to be a lot of hands-on meaty stuff. I just want to show you some really cool things and tell you that now is a good time to work on them. So let me pull up my notes. And yeah, this is week 21. Can you believe this is week 21? About every 6 weeks, the AI landscape changes, right? And maybe it's faster. Maybe it changes faster right now. It seems like it's like this, like a snowball effect. Like the more it goes, the faster, the more it grows, like the faster it grows, right? So if you've been feeling like you can't keep up with all the AI hype and hot and trends and, you know, oh, that AI tool was so last week because now we have this one, right? Every time you figure something out, there's something new that drops and then you're behind again. Right? That's not you being slow. That's just how fast AI is moving. So today we're going to try to fix that for a little bit. We're going to do a mid-year reality check. All right. What's hot? What's hype? What's actually coming next? By the end of this, you'll have a clear, calm, prioritized picture of exactly where to focus. Sound good? All right. Quick agenda. So there's a cheat sheet that RC is going to be giving you. He'll be dropping it in the comments any minute. And we're going to start with something that I know you guys hear everywhere. I've shown it a couple of times over the last few weeks. Actually, we showed it back in week 2 or 3 was AI video. I think we did a HeyGen webinar, but we're not going to show you HeyGen much today. It is in your guide. HeyGen is still a great platform, and they've updated their avatar model to make it better. But we're going to start with something that I have been using a lot more, and RC has been using a ton, right? And it's video, AI video, but we've been using Google Flow. So I'm going to share my screen. Now, AI video has had the most dramatic improvement of any category in AI, I think, in the last 6 months. AI video is incredible. Now, I would also say that AI coding and agents have been big movers as well. But agents, yeah, it's kind of hard to say agents versus video. They both moved very, very fast, but I think the video quality has gotten much better. And so let me looking for my share button here. Thank you, RC, for putting the cheat sheet in so everybody can follow along at home. Guys, we do a resource every week. I mean, you can put these things into a book. I'm trying to keep them pretty evergreen. All right, here we go. We're going to show you what we've been working in. Now, this is a paid service. All right, I'll fix this. This is a paid service. It is Google Flow. And for a long time, Google had a model. It's all built in Google's Gemini AI system. The model was called VO3, VO 3.1. Right. And it was the way you could build videos. And if anybody's seen the commercials that we've done, I showed one a few weeks ago. We've been building like really Hollywood cinematic style commercials inside of this platform. They changed the name of the model a couple weeks ago. They changed the model name. They still have Omni. It's a little bit kind of the most recent model. And then now they updated it. And now they call, or I'm sorry, VO3. Now they call it Omni. Okay, so they've changed from VO3 to Omni. You can still use VO3. There's still reasons to use the VO3 model versus Omni, and you get to pick when you make a video. But I wanted to take you through and show you a little bit about Google Omni because it's just that dang good. It's really, really good. And what did I do here? Okay, so I think what I want you guys to see right now, they have a sale. If you have a Google account, you do need Google Ultra, but if you have a Gemini account on your phone, you can actually test and try Google Omni. It's an option. But right now they're doing 50% fewer credits. You can use it for 50% fewer credits. They'll charge you by credits. If you have an Gemini Ultra account, which is not cheap. It's not cheap, but the price is coming down because it's taking less and less, to run it. Computing is getting less expensive, but it's taking more computing to do the things that it's doing. But all of these are AI generated videos that you're seeing here. And what we've been doing is I'll show you kind of how this looks. I want to show you. This is not something you're going to do for free. This is at labs.google. Let me see if I can give you the link. I think this link will work. I'm going to paste it into the comments for everybody. D, thank you for loving the resources. That's helpful. Let's see if that link should get you in. It's, well, let's just go in and show you. Oh, let's see what's new. Frame to video. That's good. Okay. So what you get when you come in here is you get 10-second clips. All right. Pretty much all of them, you're going to give you 8 to 10-second clips. 10-second clips are enough for a scene that keeps things moving. Now, RC will probably tell you, as he's somebody who has been building a lot of videos for us, he will likely say that when you're trying to do like a larger monologue style video, 10 seconds is not long enough because you have to cut the script and make subtle changes every 10 seconds. But the system does it really well. So what you can do inside of here, I'm going to show you a little peek around. If this is something you guys want, I would strongly encourage trying it out even for a month. I know it's pricey, but the work you can do is incredible. So I'm going to give you some tricks as well. I've been telling a lot of people like, hey, I'm doing a video on this. I'm going to talk about Google Flow as one of our, hot hype trend, not hype. It's hot trend that's going to stick around. And one of the first things that you do when you come in is you create and you build an avatar. An avatar is you, right? So what you do, and you can only have one per Google account. So when you go to create an avatar, it'll say, if you don't have one already, it'll say create one. It'll give you a QR code. You pick up your phone, you scan the QR code. If you're logged into Google from that account, it's going to prompt you to turn your head to the side, both ways, repeat a series of numbers. You have to actually, it has to pick up all of your image and likeness so that it can use you in your videos. And then when you want to use the videos, you just type @me in your prompt, right? You type @me, or you can click on add the asset, and I'll show you that, and we'll do it. So I already have an avatar, right? And it looks just like Gemini or ChatGPT. Here's where you put your prompt. What do you want to create? Here's where you pick, do you want to do an image, which will use Nano Banana? Never pass up an opportunity to say Nano Banana, by the way. Or you create a video. You can choose frames. So maybe you want to have a frame from a previous scene or video, or ingredients. Ingredients are text, image, video clips, audio, right? Ingredients that you want to, that's the cool thing about Omni is you can throw all of this together and it's going to make a video from that. So if you have some video clips, you have some audio, you use ingredients. Do you want it to be 9:16 vertical for some of the social channels like TikTok or Instagram stories? Or is it stories or reels? Reels. Or sideways, horizontal landscape, right? 16:9 for YouTube or some of the other social channels. So basically vertical or horizontal. The 1x, x2, x3, x4, this is how many renderings do you want to generate? Do you want it to generate 4 renderings which would give you like 4 different options, variations that you like, or do you just want one? All right. It costs tokens to do more than one. And then the model that you want to use, you can use the brand new Omni Flash, or as I told you earlier, you could use the VO 3.1 models, which is the model that was prior to this. There are some advantages to VO 3.1. One of those things is you can extend a scene. I don't want to get too deep into that today, but you can extend a scene if you're using VO 3.1. You can't extend a scene, meaning if you have a 10-second scene, you can actually, with VO3, you could say, oh, I need this to go 3 more seconds, or let's do an extra 10-second scene, and it will continue the scene for you. Very useful tool if you need something a little bit longer. OmniFlash doesn't have that yet. I anticipate it'll be here soon. The other thing you can do is you can say, I want this to be 4 seconds, 6 seconds, 8 seconds, or 10 seconds. And it tells you how many credits it's going to use. Typically it's 20 to 30, but right now there's a sale. So if you get a Gemini Ultra account, you can create a ton of videos. I'm going to send some people down a rabbit hole this weekend. You can create a ton of videos for a lot less money, and just make sure that they're evergreen so you can use them after you don't pay for this anymore. But we're going to say we want a 10-second video. All right. It's going to say it's going to use 15 credits. I'm only going to do 1 generation, and this is good. Okay. And then what I'm going to do in my prompt, if I type @me, remember @me, there it is. If I type there's me, there's my avatar. Okay. So I will be in this video. Now, I had to learn a trick. My voice was not coming through the video. When you go to add voices, they only have these pre-made voices. And if you go to create a new voice, you can't upload your voice. You have to pick one and then tell it how to change the voice. And I was like, that's not going to work, right? I needed a way to actually put my voice in the video. And I've had so many people ask me, how do you get your videos to have your voice? And there's a trick, and Google did not tell me how to do this. I figured it out. So what you want to do is you're going to upload a video file of your audio. I'm going to say that again. You record yourself speaking, maybe 10 seconds in an MP3 audio file, 10 seconds, right? Then you have to open up some type of editor. You can do it on your computer like Clipchamp or Movie, whatever video maker you have or file converter you can get. But you need to change the MP3 to an MP4. So you want to export your audio file as a movie file, right? It's very easy to do. You just put the audio file onto a video as the only track, the only layer, and then export the movie. It's just a black screen with you talking. Okay. So I actually have this, and let me upload it. And you have to upload it whenever you start a new project. So I'm going to go grab that real quick. I thought I had it ready to go. Oh no, tell me I don't have it right here. Oh wait, VO3, Omni, 30-day. Yes. Okay. I agree. All right, so you'll see here, scene 1. This is just audio of me. It's uploading. And so now I have me and I have my audio. Okay. So what's cool about that is now when I give it the script, it's going to sound like me. All right. So it's loading. We're going to give it a second to load. But now I did the @me. It put a little picture of me down here. Okay. And I'm going to say dialogue. Welcome to our Friday AI webinar. I am so glad to see you. But let's give it a scene as well. So before the dialogue, show me on a boat by a river in the Ozarks. I have no idea why I just said that. Wearing a t-shirt and swim shorts. Okay. Here's what I've learned about doing these videos. The more instruction you give it, the more specific you want things to be. You'd think like, oh, it's going to nail it perfectly. Show me this camera angle. Give me this lighting. I want to say this. I want to pick up a phone and then another phone rings. When you get very specific, the AI butchers it completely. I've learned this about AI all the time. The more you force AI, the worse the AI. Don't force the AI. Let it be creative. It's artificial intelligence. Let it be creative. If I started talking about camera angles and lighting and speed and other elements in the frame, the worse it's going to get. We've learned that with conversational AI too. The more we try to force it to say a response, the worse it's going to do off of that response. So anyway, we're going to go ahead and we're going to I'm also going to say use at go back. It should automatically use the voice. Let's try it. All right, we're going to generate this. Now, what's also cool about this new model is that it used to take like 3 to 5 minutes to generate a 10-second clip. It doesn't take 3 to 5 minutes anymore. It's generating clips in about a minute. It actually shows it's at 4%, 5%. But what it'll do is once it gets to about 20%, it's loaded. It just the last 80% just takes no time at all. So it's actually creating this video right now. And while it generates our scene, this is the first scene. Let me make sure. By the way, this is all Google, right? And 6 months, 9 months ago, you couldn't do anything this good. Close, but not this good. A year ago, you couldn't do this. So while this is loading, I want to tell you a little bit about the new model. So this new multimodal model, that is ridiculously hard to say, multimodal model, it understands text, images, audio, and video together. And that's what makes it feel different from all the other tools, and why it's also better. It's not showing me on the boat. I'm going to have to change my prompt. And then you can create, if you got, I'll show you some commercials that I've done while we're on here today. But because it's Google, it just continues to get better fast. Let me see what happened here, because it's supposed to have me on the boat by the river. But oh, there we go. Okay, let me play this 10-second clip. You guys should hear audio. Oh, nope, I'm not hearing audio. Where's my audio?
Welcome to our Friday AI webinar to see you. Show me on a boat by a river in the Ozarks, wearing a t-shirt and swim shorts.
So it got my dialogue wrong. Okay. So that's funny. Let me go back. Now you can edit this, but what I would do, I can actually take the prompt. Where's my? No. Okay. So I wrote it wrong. So show at J at me on a boat on a river in the Ozarks wearing I'll just say a green t-shirt and blue swim trunks or shorts. Dialogue at J says, or I keep saying at J, at me. Welcome to our Friday webinar. Glad you are here. Okay. And let's generate that. I instructed it incorrectly. So when you're getting used to using this, and what I've been doing, I'll give you a secret, another secret. You see it got my audio right. It got my voice because I had uploaded that, and it got my likeness perfect, right? It just didn't, it messed up what I was trying to say and not say. Another secret I've been using in addition to uploading the audio is I've been going to Claude and asking it to generate all the prompts for me. So generate this entire commercial scene by scene using 8 to 10 second clips, and how to break it down. So it's giving me kind of the location and the dialogue and then a cut. So this one's going to be better. Okay. So here, let's try this one. I can already tell I'm on the boat right in the beginning. I've got a green t-shirt, blue swim trunks. Okay. So here, I'm going to go ahead and play this.
Welcome to our Friday webinar. Glad you are here.
Pretty cool, right? So it just put me on the boat. Looks like me. Looks like I really did that. People are blown away. People that I've talked to that have seen the commercials that we've been building have been like, so wait a minute. I can't wrap my head around this. Like, you weren't in your car. That wasn't your car driving down the road. Like, you didn't sit in that car and there was no camera filming you. Like, people can't get it. And I'm like, yeah. And then they're like, the other people in the commercial, they weren't actors. You didn't have real people. I'm like, no, they were all AI generated people. Right. Come back for any questions. Very cool, right? Ozarks. Oh, who said that? Home state, Sarah. Oh yeah. Okay. It's bomb, right? It is so good. So let me show you. I don't want to spend the whole hour on just the video editing. This is just one thing that I think is very, very cool right now that's going to stick around. Another thing Google lets you do is you can build your own tools. You can actually build them and use them. You like vibe code your own video editing tools. So you could mock up your stuff into different environments like cell phone covers, and you could put image editing. Like, there's just there's a ton of tools that are and more are coming every day. So but let me go to let me go back out of this video. I'm working on commercial number 4 right now, but here's a commercial that you may have seen. I'm only going to play a few seconds of it. You might have seen this commercial, but this was a commercial that I did in Google Flow, and it's again, I just did it sitting at my desk here. I never recorded a single thing. And if you saw this on Facebook, everybody has a really hard time, but you'll see I went through a lot of scenes to get to where we wanted it to go, right? And there was errors and there was issues, but in the end, when you do your 10-second clip, that becomes a scene in your overall movie, commercial, picture, film, whatever you're doing. So you want to then you can add clips to the scene. If you click up here, you can add it to the scene, and whatever that scene is, whatever the movie is, it'll say it here. So so anyway, let me play you a few seconds of commercial number 2. This was done in the new Omni model that I'm talking about, and then we're going to move on. We're going to keep going. Did Jay drop off? Can you guys still hear me? Somebody asked if I dropped off. I hope not, but I'm going to go ahead and keep playing this. Here we go. Avanice, you're not hearing or seeing me? That's not good. Heather, private chat, we good? Okay. All right, I'm good. Okay, perfect. All right, here we go. All right, let's try this again. Hopefully it doesn't. We don't lose me again. All right. Load. Come on. Something's going on today with the tech. I wonder if my internet dropped, because it's not loading my video either. Hang on, guys. I'm sorry. Let's see if I can get this thing back up and running.
Triad business owners.
There we go.
Greensboro, Winston-Salem, High Point. I need to talk to you, and I need to do it now before my wife asks why I'm talking to a mirror again. Every Friday morning, I host a free webinar. We've covered AI chatbots, AI websites, AI agents, AI for service businesses, AI for people who still print their emails. Yes, Linda, I see you. Come to the webinar, Linda.
All right, so it's a little glitchy on here. If you go to our Facebook group, you will see the whole video. But yeah, generated it in 10-second scenes for 1:21. So there's 12 scenes that we spliced together through this along a storyboard. We storyboarded the whole thing in Claude, and then we loaded in and we kept going. So let me stop sharing temporarily. And yeah, so Google Flow, I think, is a great tool. Omni is the best model I've ever seen. There are some kind of honorable mentions, and I would say HeyGen is the biggest. You can do similar things in HeyGen, which is a tool that we talked about. If you go back to like week 2 or 3, HeyGen, HeyGen is a really, they've upgraded their avatar model. I think you can even use like VO3 in their models now. Audio, I still think it seems a little bit too AI, right? Like you can tell. My wife watched this video when I posted it on Facebook, and she was like, dang, like that's really, like I would have thought that was just you. My stepmom couldn't figure it out. She was just like, this is wizardry. That is you. You did that. And I'm like, no, I didn't. I did it from my computer. And like literally couldn't figure it out. So here's some good use cases for this though. Training videos, right? If you need to do training videos from your SOPs or to show somebody, you just take what you want to show them and have it generate. Social media content at scale. You can do so much social media content with this. What if you wanted to use this for personalized client video messages? Put a video message in and then just record. Sorry, I'm losing my voice this morning. Just record a little greeting to that person. Say, hey, Joe, I made you this quick video, right? And then just play your standard greeting client video message. So if video has felt like a bottleneck for your marketing, the bottleneck is now gone. It is so much easier to do video. RC didn't know very much about any type of AI video creation, and he's putting out videos left and right now. He also uses a tool called CapCut. If you guys aren't using CapCut, it's really good. He will use CapCut to put like the subtitles at the bottom or captions, right? So that, you know, the words are dancing across the screen or highlighting what word I'm saying. So he'll use CapCut to maybe edit in certain things. We now have a sponsor, HL Pro Tools, that are sponsoring our videos. And So he'll clip in like a video promo in the first 60 seconds for HL Pro Tools. Yeah. All right. So come back and see if we have any questions. I guess everybody's hearing me good. Okay, perfect. We're going to go into some other new updates that we want to talk about. And then I said it was going to be a shorter webinar this week, and it may still be. All right, D, I'm glad you got me back. All right, let's go over to Claude and share my screen. All right. Now, you guys know I have been a big, huge, enormous proponent of Claude. I refer to Claude often as my best friend. I talk about Claude all the time. I use Claude every single day of my life. It has become my research and thinking partner. And what happens is when most people find a way to use an AI model that works for them, they just keep using it the same way forever. But what's happening is these models are changing dramatically. So if you're not keeping up, you're leaving a lot of capability on the table. Like I know people that were using Claude as like a ChatGPT thing, and they didn't realize that it created projects and artifacts and could create PowerPoints and PDFs, right? The PDF that RC shared with you just a little while ago, I will show you. AI Trends Mid-Year Cheat Sheet, Week 21. RC shared this with you. Claude built this. Omni, HeyGen, Claude, Opus, Gemini 3.5, Notebook LM, JourneyBuilder. Claude built the whole document that you have. We didn't have to go in and do it. We just had Claude do it. It knows everything about the webinar, knows the playbook, knows what I'm going to talk about, knows all our social graphics, knows my brand, it knows my teal, it knows my red, it knows my navy, and it knows what I'm going to talk about, and it did it, right? So, but there was a time it couldn't do that. And so these models change. What I wanted to show you in Claude, we talk about the models once in a while. So this is kind of one of the biggest updates that Claude has, is they moved to Opus 4.8. Now we've been using, since we started, we've been using either 4.6 or 4.7. But one of the things that they added, and you can always go to the models, Opus 4.6, 4.7. There's also Haiku and Sonnet, which are less powerful. They're quicker. They don't use as much tokens or bandwidth. Make sure I'm still sharing my screen with you guys. Perfect. And I need to come over here. And they've released Claude. Anthropic, the company that built Claude, they've released Opus 4.8. What I think is really cool about Opus 4.8 is they also added in this effort model, right? So historically, like when you used Opus 4.7, you just got the 4.7 model and it went all out. Like every time it used a lot of tokens, a lot of credits, and you'd reach your limits. If you're on the paid plan, you might not, but the free plan, you'd reach your limits. They added these effort models. They also added kind of a talkback feature where it's going to analyze what you're saying and make sure it's right. It's going to check itself. It's going to challenge you, right? And so if you go into Opus 4.8, you can pick just low is great. Low is good enough, right? The low model is fine. Of course, nobody wants low or medium. It sounds not good enough, right? But it is. But I want, if I've got the option to use high, extra, or max, give it to me, right? So high is the default. This is an effort, and higher effort means more thorough responses. So it will go through your limits faster, but it will do the most. Like max, they say actually it uses excessive tokens. So it may you want to use it for the hardest tasks. Maybe you're coding something. Maybe you're building a website. Maybe you're building a PDF that you want. Maybe you're building a big spreadsheet or report or some type of design, right? You might want to use extra or max, but you're going to really burn through some credits. But they reduce the cost of the credits, of the tokens. So you can use it fairly safely on the high model and get a lot done. So I've been sticking to Opus 4.8 high, but this is a really good thing. If you're just like, I just need some strategy on the best way to drive leads for my business, you could probably use low or medium. It's going to do just fine. It's going to find you an entire, document or spreadsheet of things that just ways, strategy, research, where if you really wanted to build out documents or something tangible, you would probably want to use a higher version. So if you're just chatting, low, medium. If you're really building, then high, extra, max. The other thing, I don't know if I've shown you this since it came out. The other thing that Claude has released, Anthropic has released, was Claude Design. Design is actually really, really cool. It can build out user interfaces, website layouts, product dialogue. Right? One of the things I was trying to work on was this text streaming. This was when it first came out. And I wanted it to generate some videos where it looks like people are texting back and forth to one another. And it generated a whole bunch of these designs for me for different Instagram, TikTok. And then I wanted it to show like a fake text message that was back and forth booking an appointment with an AI chat assistant, right? I used Claude Design to do this, and it builds these animations. It's animated design. It's very, very cool feature inside of Claude. And then what you can do, you can adjust those. And I think, where is it? What is it? Text streaming grid design files. It gives you the design files. They're all HTML. And then you can embed those into your website. And you can choose monochrome or color. How often does it loop? Right here, you can do the tweaks of how the loop length, how quickly it will loop, and then the timing. And then, of course, you get all of the. You download the folder, and then you can put which one right into your website. So, just another really cool feature. If you haven't messed with Claude Design yet, you should. It's really, really cool. All right. The next thing we're going to talk about is the updates to Gemini. Google did their recent I/O conference a couple of weeks ago. It's when they announced the Omni model. It's for video. You can now use Omni right inside of Gemini too. If you have the Gemini app on your phone, you can use the Omni model, I think even on the free plan, to do just a quick short 10-second video, but you can't build out, you'd have to do each scene and then use a video editor. It's that you don't get flow. The flow builder is not going to build your whole thing like I showed you, but you can create video inside. They updated their models, the Flash model, to 3.5. It's gotten really, really powerful. The more they update, like Google just seems to be everywhere and running. So they Google is one of those companies that the minute they see somebody doing something, they're going to make it better. And they have deep pockets, very deep pockets. Matter of fact, I have some Google stock and it is great. I bought it a year ago. And I just like Google. If they crash and burn, it's okay. I don't have my life savings in Google. But what I love is Google is always innovating. So some of the options, Google Docs, Gmail, Drive, Gemini has gotten more useful inside of them. But one of the neat things that I just got pushed out, and I think everybody's going to get this soon, is something called Gemini Spark. I don't know if it's on the computer. It's on my app in the phone. Gemini Spark is like having an AI agent that's going to do work for you on a schedule, right? So it's kind of like, let me go to my email. I think I can share my email screen with you. See what screen I'm on. And let me go to right here. So not that long ago, I had showed you guys this studio. If you can see this on the right-hand side, and I showed you, these are like things that come in, they run and then they come in to my email every day, every morning, 8 a.m. I get these news updates. Well, Spark by Gemini is a new feature that was just released, and it's rolling out now. I got it just the other day as a Google Ultra subscriber. If you have Google Ultra, you usually get things first. It's their highest tier. Guys, I'm telling you, Ultra is going to cost you over $150 a month. I know they're reducing the prices, but Ultra is for the crazies like me that want to teach AI every Friday, and we need to have the latest shiny object. Okay, so don't be psycho like me unless you really see how you're going to use this. I have somebody who's using it now. They're like, I have to sign up for Ultra because I need to make these videos in Omni. And I was like, man, if you're good with, a couple $100 a month, go for it. And, but Spark allows you to do like agentic AI, like, go to my Google Drive every day, look for updates, give me this update. If I draft any email that comes in that has to do with financial, draft a response. And it's just like, you can just tell it to do all these things. Monitor my inbox for something from this person, monitor my inbox for a failed invoice payment. You can, it can work inside of your Google Docs. Has anybody used Gemini inside of any of your Google Docs? This is, let me see if I can pull one up. This is amazing too. Let me see if I can grab one real quick. Docs. Now go to this playbook. Okay, everybody sees my week 22. This is next week. This is next week's workshop, right? So little sneak peek. My browser lost connection to my screen share audio. Hold on. All right, looks like you might have lost me again. So here we go. Oh, D says yes. D has done this. D is using it in Google Docs. I love that. All right, let me add it back. I got an alert from StreamYard. Something's up with my internet today. It's not you guys, it's me. Famous last words of too many breakups in my teenage years. It's not you, it's me. All right. Let's see if it picks it up again. Okay, so little teaser about next week. We're going to talk about the company Cortex brain in a box method. This one's going to be really good. But up inside of Google Docs, if you have Gemini, you're going to see the Ask Gemini button up in the upper right corner. You'll see my mouse hovering around that. And I can say, shorten this into a summary. Actually, better yet, instead of shorten into a summary, turn this document into a data table. And then we wait because it's AI, and then we wait. Feet don't fail me now. Here we go. I didn't actually want to turn the whole doc into a data table. I might want to see a data table It may do that at the bottom. So that's what I'm really hoping happens, not just changing the whole doc. If not, I can just undo it because we can roll back everything. Nope, did it. There you go. So now it replaced the existing content with a comprehensive data table that summarizes each segment of the workshop playbook, including its name. So this is the whole workshop, right? So, and here's the original document. So it kept it there. It just redid it, right? So it just reframed the whole thing. And I could have said, instead of turn the document into a data table, I could have said, take this information and create a data table from it and load it in afterwards. But I didn't. And what's cool is we can always undo. I think we can undo. Oh, so it proposes the changes. I can reject all the changes, right? And then it will be. I could probably undo it as well, but the undo doesn't seem to be working. But anyway, so you can see you can do a lot with Gemini now. One of the things that we do with Gemini, inside of Gemini being inside Notebook LM, is also the audio overviews. So you can do an audio overview. I can have an entire audio overview of every workshop that I've done. If you don't want to sit and listen to my entire workshop, we can generate audio overviews, and you could get kind of those Cliff's Notes soundbite versions of those workshops. So anyway, Gemini, very, very cool, very, very hot. We're running low on time. Let me make sure that I can cover everything else. So here's when should you use Claude versus Gemini, right? Claude for deep writing, analysis, and strategy. Gemini for your Google Workspace integration, multimodal tasks. When you get Spark, check your Gemini app on your phone. By the way, guys, if you don't have these apps on your phone, you're missing out completely. Claude has a great app. Gemini is a great app. ChatGPT's got a good app. Perplexity's a good app. So download the apps to your phone, and you can use these things right from your phone. And usually it's the mobile version that gets things first. Like Spark is on my phone, but I didn't see it here. I don't think I can get it here. Let me see if Spark is available for desktop. I'll just check real quick. Gemini Spark. Okay, so let me show you this real quick as a side here. I think it's worth mentioning because Gemini Spark is... So agents are big. Agents are coming everywhere. There's OpenClaw and there's Perplexity Computer. There's all sorts of these agents that can do things for you. So what Google is doing is they're saying, we're going to make sure that you have a personal AI agent to help you. Guys, we are coming into a time where we are just going to talk to a device. That could be our phone. That could be that Amazon device that we all know her name starts with A. I don't want to set mine off. We're going to be talking to devices and just telling it what you want us to do, what we want it to do, and it's going to do it. You're not going to log into apps and click and drag and point and type. You're just going to say, like, I need to fly to Dallas from October 20th to the 25th. I want to fly to Greensboro. I want to fly on American Airlines. Let me know when you find the best price, and let's go ahead and book it. Or it'll say, hey, I found you the best price. Do you want me to book it? Yep, sure. Like, this is how we're going to do things. We're going to do things through voice. And all of these apps and programs that we're using, that we're clicking through, we're not going to be doing that even, I think, 12 months from now, maybe 24 months from now. But there's a lot of it happening right now. I know inside of our JourneyBuilder CRM, we just launched Ask AI. I'm just typing with it. I don't have to go and click and drag anything. I'm just typing, and it's building reports. It's calling people, emailing people, updating contact records. It's wild. But so anyway, this is a little overview of Gemini Spark. I did just get it. It is coming soon to everybody. And help me find and track interior design internships in New Orleans for this summer. Okay, here, set the schedule. How often do you want me to look? How often do you want it to run? Do you want me to run it every Monday at 9 a.m.? Read through the last 50 emails that I wrote and turn it into a style guide for how I write. So it's a skill creation. You can create a skill and it will always run. Scan my Google Drive, organize the most important files in a spreadsheet, tagging information, some notes about it. That's something that it'll do in Workspace. When I receive an email inquiring about my photography services, automatically extract the client's name, requested date, lead, client tracker sheet, then guys, it can just do it and you can say, check this every day. Spark is really cool, and it's a good dip your toes in the water of agentic AI. Agentic AI is what's it's now. We had generative AI. We've been chatting. We've been having it do things. We've been having it create output. Now we're actually having it do more productivity for us, and that is the most exciting thing. If you have stock in pen or paper manufacturer, time to sell. Absolutely, Avenese. Because we're not going to be writing anything. We're going to click a little microphone icon. As a matter of fact, I'll show you inside of JourneyBuilder. This is very important. Let me take you inside of JourneyBuilder real quick. All right. So, by the way, here's our Jay the AI Guy community that we're getting ready to launch and we're going to be pushing you guys into. But see this Ask AI inside JourneyBuilder? There's a little microphone, and I'm going to say, can you find the contact information for Avenese Thompson? I need to send her an email, and it should just say, hey, I hope you are doing well. Cheers, Jay. We're going to let it go for just a minute. It didn't spell your name right, Avenese, when I said it because I did it by voice. But it's going to go through the thought process of how we can email you. Yep, see, it didn't find the exact match because I spelled it wrong. So let me try a broader search in case of a slight name variation. So the AI is smart. But guys, we're just going to be talking to AI and it's going to be doing what we want it to do. It's really wild what's happening right in front of our eyes. Let's give it another second to find that. There we go. Found 2 contacts. Let me update and ask which one you'd like to email. The AI is running. This is basic agentic AI. Right? It's finding it and it's going to do it. So here it is. I'll just do this one. So I'm interacting with my CRM. I'm interacting with my actual contact management system. I could tell it to do a whole bunch of things. Book an appointment. Put this here. Now, here you go. Avenese. Hey, I hope you're doing well. Cheers, Jay. Yes, send it. Approved. Avenese is going to get an email in just a minute. You can feel free to put it in the comments when you get it, Avenese, but it's been sent, right? Did I have to go and open my email box and type out an email? Nope, I didn't. I just said, hey, I want to send this email to this person. And if I do that from my phone, because I, want to go to all these apps and compose a new message and put in the email address and all that, I'm just like, hey, can you do this? Take care of it. And then it just asks to make sure that's what I wanted to do. That is just a glimpse of what's coming. We're talking about what's hot, what's hype, what's next. The AI is, we don't have to worry about user interface and user experience because the way we use applications now and software applications and websites, it's all changing. We're just going to be managing it through devices and voice. Okay. Very, very cool here. And I really feel like that, like searching the web and doing things on your behalf, following up with leads, right? All of these things, the QA agents, searching, chatting with a voice. We did voice AI and conversational AI. All of that, all of those things are here now. and we have to be ready and prepared. So if we're building things, if we're using AI, be ready. You're going to hear talk about MCP servers and APIs, right? Those are ways that you can interact with other programs through a regular chat interface. Our whole world is going to be chat interfaces. That's it. Our whole world, I believe, by the end of this year, not entirely, but by the end of this year, we're going to be doing a lot with just chat interfaces, much like we use ChatGPT and Claude and Gemini, right? So that's what's next, right? So your lead follow-ups, competitive monitoring, checking competitor sites, going out to the web and finding research, summarizing the changes and delivering it to you weekly in a report, customer service agents answering common questions, internal Q&A agent. We talk about Notebook LM, Brain, Business Brains. Next week, you're going to get free access to my Cortex app, right? Which now I'm even looking at my Cortex app and saying, how do we make that where you can build your company brain just by voice and chat, right? Yeah, but here's where I want to pump the brakes a little bit. There's a lot of hype around agents and AI, right? We know that it's everywhere, right? But I think it's sometimes important to separate what's real from like what's next year. So AI video is here. It's affordable. It's a little bit pricey, but it's affordable. I think you should use it. Claude and Gemini for content and analysis. These are workhorses. Use them daily. Let me stop sharing. Notebook LM. Didn't go through Notebook LM today, but it is a business knowledge base. It's still so underutilized by businesses, a massive opportunity. If you don't have a Google Workspace account, show up next week for the webinar, learn about Cortex, get a free account. You might like what I'm building. It's a slight alternative variation, but it also exports into Notebook LM. So you can build your notebooks here as well. AI for repurposing content. Take one piece of content, turn it into 10. The tools are fast. The tools are good. But here, wait and watch on this. These are some hype. Fully autonomous AI agents for small business. They're getting there. I've shown you. They're coming. They're being rolled out. Are they totally autonomous? Not really. They'll do the things, but you still need the human oversight. That's good. So most of them is going to require a lot of setup and babysitting. Good to learn. Good to know that it's there. AGI. Right? Super intelligent stuff. Ignore the doomers and the utopians, right? Just focus on what you can use today, right? Most of your AI powered SaaS rebundles, the tools you're using that are saying, oh, we're AI powered. If a tool just gets slapped AI in its name and raised the price, check what's actually under the hood. Fair? Cool. All right. Next, keep your eye on these. We're using them. We're doing them. We're implementing them for clients. They're good, but they're not great yet. But this is what's coming. Voice AI for customer service. Lowe's uses it. I called Lowe's the other day. CVS also uses AI now. The quality is getting remarkable. Real use cases are happening and coming fast. Multimodal agents, ones that can see, read, and act across interfaces. I just shown you one that can actually pull up a contact and send an email. Personalized AI assistants like Gemini Spark. So it knows your business, knows your customers, knows your voice. It's quick. It's coming quick. That's next. That's here. So my rule of thumb is this before we jump out of here today. If you can demo a product in like 5 minutes and you realize that it can save you time today, it's hot. Go ahead and get it. Use it. If it requires a 6-month implementation and a PhD to operate, it's hype, at least for small businesses. All right. So the last thing I showed you a little bit about this. Actually, you know what? I'm going to skip it this week. You guys know about JourneyBuilder. It's our all-in-one platform, runs your entire business. We call it an AI operating system. We have AI-powered email and SMS automation, AI chat agents. You showed me where we can do Ask AI, and it can actually take action in your CRM for you, sending an email, sending a text, updating a pipeline stage. We have AI workflows. We can create content with AI, both images and text, and emails and websites, right? Avenues, websites with AI. We can, all of that is in here. If you guys want to take advantage of a 30-day trial, try it out for yourself, ask us questions. We don't treat you different as a trial user than as a full customer. So once you sign up, you're a customer. And then if you cancel and you don't keep going after the 30 days, that's fine. But when you're in there for the 30 days, we treat you as though you've just been a paying customer forever, and we'll take care of you. And that link should be going in the chat if we haven't. And that's pretty much all I have this week. I'm going to hit the road for a vacation. And let me see if there's any final questions. Week 21 is in the books. See if we got any questions. D had to jump off. Cool. Yep. I've got to go too. My wife is going to be like, we need to leave. So, all right. Avani said received on the email. Good. You got the email. So yeah, I didn't have to go in and compose it. All right. Whew. I knew I had to get that one done in an hour. I was 6 minutes over. I hope you guys kind of see what's coming, right? Here's the link for next week. There it is. Avenues, thank you. Registration for next week is there. Remember, you will see me, you will hear me, but I will be at the beach. So prayers for me. We have a 10-year-old, you know that. But you guys will learn something new. You're going to learn about building your company knowledge base, building your brain in a box system, something that I've been really, really big on lately. And I look forward to you telling me how it went. And we'll be back in 2 weeks. And that one is going to be an Ask Me Anything kind of setup. And I do believe that one we are going to do a Google Meet-like setting. You guys will be able to come off of, you'll turn your cameras on, turn your microphones on. We're going to chat. Thanks, Clovis. We'll be able to talk, right? So none of this just comment stuff. I've got a question. Raise your hand. Let's talk. Let's have it out. Let's show you things. A full show and tell demonstration. All righty. You guys have a wonderful couple of weeks. I'll be back live in 2 weeks. So just enjoy the webinar next Friday. RC will be around. He will get you any documents you need. He'll try to be available in the chat. And we'll see you back soon. All right. Take care, everybody.